child in middle school, you might not yet be thinking about their future careers. But new this morning, local officials say letting kids get a head start on figuring out what they might want to do in the future could prove beneficial. WGEM's Sydney Lyerly is live for us in Hannibal this morning with advice on how to do just that. Sydney, good morning.
Natalie, good morning. Yesterday, the Admiral Coots Rec Center here was bustling with hundreds of students for an 8th grade career expo. Career expos are a way for students to find out about some of the opportunities available in the local community. The Hannibal Board of Public Works was one of those organizations at yesterday's event. A BPW official tells me exposing kids to the available career opportunities at a young age allows them to start thinking about what they might want to do in the future and can help lead them towards success.
I think it's important to get the wheels turning in regards to that, just simply because there's so many options out there, and it's good to weed those out early on so that you can be taking the right opportunities in high school to groom yourself for those careers. So for example, internships, job shadowing.
She says because of things like career expos, the Board of Public Works has actually seen an increase in interest from students. Mitchell says they do offer internships and encourages youth to take part in those opportunities. She adds that parents can help their students plan for the future by allowing them to expand their horizons and to encourage them to look at all those available job opportunities in the community. Natalie, back to you.
All right, Sydney, thank you. And kids in Missouri can also use the Rooted program for help finding job shadowing or internship opportunities. You can find a link to that program on this story at WGEM.com.